everyone, it's Emily from Emily Does It Herself. This morning I'm going to change out the guts of this toilet that I have because it is continually running and I need that to stop. Here, I'm going to let you listen. So yeah, I need to change that out and I'm going to do it myself here in just a minute. Keep watching. Here it is, just running constantly. It seems like if I push down on this, it slows up a little bit. I'm hoping it's not the flapper because the kit I got did not have a new flapper. So I'm gonna try and change out the valve and see if that works. And if it doesn't, I might need to run to the store and get a new flapper. So yeah, you can hear it really, really good and see the water coming out. So wasting a lot of water. So you can get these kits that include like everything, all the guts. But I bought this one several months ago for a different toilet that I ended up not having to switch out. I am just following the directions that were provided with this fill valve, and it says first I need to turn off the supply of the water, and it even shows me which direction I'm supposed to turn it. All right, so I went down here and just turned this a little bit and the toilet stopped running. Like, it should run either way because I'm turning it more on and more off. So I don't know what's going on. So with the greater water pressure, when I turned it one way, it is better. You can see for some reason, water's not coming out there anymore, but I can still hear this guy hissing at me a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it. When I press on it, oh, it gets a little better. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I turned my fill valve as much as I could, and then I held this down to get out as much water as I could, but you can see there's still quite a bit of water there. And so when I take out this guy, that's gonna be a hole down there, and then that water is gonna leak all over my floor. So I need to get a bucket. Couldn't find my bucket, but as you see, like my valve is right below this and my bucket wouldn't have fit under there anyway. So I have this kind of flat thing that I use in my laundry room. The water coming out of the tank is clean anyway. So, oh, look at all that dust back there, gross. So I hope that's gonna be sufficient to catch the water. If not, you know what? I'm gonna put a towel under it anyway. All right, towel has been placed. Right, so now is the time to remove the mounting nut. Oop. So I'm just gonna turn that. It's turning the whole thing, as you can see, as I turn from underneath. So I'm gonna need two hands for this, and I'm only got one hand. Got one hand holding the camera, but you can see how that's already leaking water just from the water that's in there, and my bucket's catching it, so we're good. So, okay. So there's this nut up here too. And now the water's really coming out. And this is why you need a bucket. It's a lot. It's almost emptied out most everything. All right, I've loosened it a little bit and now I am taking this off. Just unscrewing it. There's actually still quite a bit of water dripping from this. Must just still be what is left in the line. Okay, there we go. It's free. All right, so now this can come. Okay, oh, there's another nut here that's holding it in. See, so the water supply is removed, and now I gotta remove this before I can get the fill valve out. There we go. So now I should just be able to pull it out. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I have removed the old valve. So we were just there, and now I've got to open up the new valve and adjust the height. So I've followed the directions. I have twisted it and then slid it up. And then it says, place valve in tank, push down until fill valve water is about a 1/2 inch below the top of the flush valve overflow. Okay, so you can see mine is way high, obviously, like I couldn't even put the lid on. So I am gonna adjust that until it is where I think it's supposed to be. Okay, so the overflow level is this hole right here. And that's supposed to be a 1/2 inch below the top of this. It's really hard to measure when it's in the tank. So I'm just kind of gonna eyeball it, I think. So yeah, I think that's about where it's supposed to be. Directions say now that you have the height, I've locked it in place, and then it says to use this bevel side up to attach it to the tank, and it says hand tighten only because it does not want you to crack it. So I'm gonna do that now. It's gonna let you know that this will screw on both ways, but the directions and the actual part say the bevel side up. I had just put it on the opposite way. So I'm gonna, oh, see, there it is. This side up. So I had screwed it on the other way. So I unscrewed it. I'm gonna put it back on now. And there it is, good and tight. Although there is some movement, I'm gonna try and tighten it by hand a little bit more. My hand was starting to hurt, but do not use a wrench because you don't wanna crack it. I'll do that in a second. So this is the refill tube. So that's gonna go from that point right there into there. The first thing is I have to install a little metal clip in the end of it that will clip onto here. Clip is attached, see? And then you can see here, it says in the instructions, if tube is too long or is kinked, trim it. So I am gonna trim it. I can get it to fit, but you see, it goes way up, and I think it'd be better if it was tighter. Trimmed and attached, good and snug. And there's still a little bit of an arch there, but not nearly what we had. I was able to tighten the black nut a little bit more, hand tighten. And now I am tightening this white one to connect, the water supply back to the toilet. And it also says, just hand tighten. Oh, there we go. I needed the water on a little bit more. And check this, got no drips, so that's good. Hopefully I made that low enough. Should stop. I think I need to make this valve go down a little bit more because you can see that is right at the top of that when it hit that hole right there. So that this needs to be just a little bit lower. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure I need to turn the water off again. I'm gonna try figure out how to do it in the tank. I think I can do that. Wish me luck. Okay, funny story. So I twisted this to unlock it, and it shot way up here and just water started flowing in. So I did reach down and turn the water supply off again. I didn't need to drain the tank, but I need to turn the water supply back on again. I have lowered it a little bit, and I'm hoping it's the right level now. Okay, I'm just gonna do this on video. So I'm gonna turn that to where the water starts coming up. There we go, coming in. And as soon as it hits that hole, the water should stop. It's still too high. Dang it. Okay, I was able to adjust it to where I turned the water off, and then I didn't drain the tank. And then I moved it to where it was fully covering all the way to this ledge. And so it was all the way to this top, which you know because you saw it. And now I'm going to turn the water back on, flush it, and hopefully we are where we need to be. Here we go. Yes, there we go. All right, fully changed out, and it is not hissing at me anymore. And it's not, water's not coming out. So we are good. Another job well done.